Record sales are facing a massive plunge. Justin Timberlake's latest album has only sold 285,000 copies. U2, only 250,000 on their most recent album. Taylor Swift album sales are down by 3 million since 2014. Andy, you're a music fan. We saw this story, and I just think, is this situation worse for the music industry than we had even thought, and the whole ecosystem in the business world that's around it?
I hadn't been aware of this, but I tell you, this just happens every 3 or 5 years, and people say, oh, it's over. I just think they're not making great music. And the reason I can tell is because I don't know any of the songs, and okay, I'm an old guy, et cetera, but you know, my kids know them.
Songs, yeah.
They become hits that are so big you can't avoid them. You hear them at Thanksgiving with your family. They become part of popular culture.
So there's just nothing good right now. This isn't
It'll
so much a
change.
function, okay,
Well,
of the business of music. It's not dead.
So
there's a kid making great songs.
Well, that's the thing. I like Spotify a lot, and I think I just pulled up the Spotify chart right now. Over the last couple days in the U.S., top songs are Drake, Post Malone, Logic has a couple songs, Migos, Khalid. Like, these are people who are household names to younger folks who are only on Spotify. But it's hard to say, oh, Post Malone has a new record. It's like, who's that, right? You know, he doesn't have the kind of brand that Taylor Swift or Justin Timberlake have. And to Andy's point about we're at that point in the music cycle where I think the next wave is coming up. Drake has been established, but
Right.
most of the other names I rattled off are new artists. Whether they sell albums or not, I don't know, but they get millions and millions of streams.
But are these big songs? I mean, are these like songs that are sort of moving, you know, youth culture? I mean,
I think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So you
I
know
think
these
so. I
tunes.
mean,
Okay.
I know some
these
of
are
them.
millions of streams in a day.
You have kids, young kids.
That
Okay,
helps.
that's how you know.
I'm not putting myself in youth culture. You know what? All
Do
this
they
though
listen to
does
Post
not.
Malone?
No,
Kendrick
not
Lamar?
yet. I don't
The
think
Weeknd?
so.
Kendrick
Yes,
Lamar,
of
that is.
course.
Weekend.
Of course.
Right.
You know what? It
Offset.
doesn't matter
Drake.
what happens to the music
Drake, you know
industry for
Drake.
our next
Of course I do.
friend,
Yeah, met-
DJ D. Saul. Do you guys know who he is?
Yes.
The next CEO of
He's
Goldman
like
Sachs.
me though.
Look at this
Look
guy.
at this. We just love it. I mean, now that we're going to have to play this anytime we
Look
talk
at the
about
right
the
leg
music industry. This, you're looking at your next CEO of Goldman Sachs.
You know what he's thinking of right now? Subordinating some debentures. Right? I mean, what?
He's like,
How can you like
Of mezzanine
Right.
financing.
Yeah, right.
This is a great side hustle, right?
That's
on.
great video. I love that.
He posted it.
Yeah.
When
he
you're as
loves
wealthy
it.
as him, is it a side hustle or is it like a way to make yourself look normal?
He's kind of mellow, actually. He really
I've
is.
never met him. Have
I
you
met
met
him.
him?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
met him?
yeah. I
Yeah.
have met him. Spent some time with him. He's not a blank find. You know, blank finds kind of fills the room with
Kind
his
of
personality, with
intense,
the
yeah.
quips and the elbows and all that. And David is a mellow guy, but you know, he has personal power. I mean, you know, he's a leader. People like to follow him, but he's not someone who yells and screams.
Not
Have
a
you
trader.
ever been to one of his parties?
No. I've been at a place where he DJ'd a little bit at a party at Davos that I was at, I have to admit.
Oh my
That's like,
goodness, that is
that's
a
not
great.
it, yeah.
That's like the globalist.
That's a great sentence.
You know,
Don't
bingo
tell
award.
Trump.
Don't tell Trump I partied at Davos with
The CEO to be, perhaps, of Goldman Sachs.
perhaps of Goldman Sachs.